In our last episode, we got stuck in and replaced our chain plates. We improved our bow roller assembly and fixed our furler. Okay, so this is my PFD and you're wondering why the bladder's out. It's not because I had a man overboard incident and had to get rescued. It's because we actually took our life jackets in for testing recently, and we wanted to get fitted up for a new little AIS MOB kit. And so my jacket actually failed its test, and this is a very good quality RFD jacket. I've had it for about 8 years and I think I've looked after it pretty well. It's got a few sort of dirty marks on it because it does get worn, but I don't think I actually did anything to it to warrant it failing. And all it had actually was a little pinhole where it had been crushed or something had poked into it, and that has rendered this jacket useless. So it would have been no help to me in the case that I had needed it. So unfortunately my favourite old girl is a goner. However, kind of a boon in a way, because I never knew this is my new PFD, and this is a Crusaver CrewFit 165, which is rated for offshore cruising, and it's an automatic inflate. And it actually has the harness integrated, which is fantastic, because I used to have to wear my big old harness and then my life jacket, and it was used to be quite heavy and used to really quite drag me down. And I know a lot of people don't wear them all the time because of that reason. So it's really good to have an integrated, much lighter and much more comfy to wear. And this is my tether that I lock off to various points of the boat when I'm going forward in foul weather. So yeah, all in one unit, it's great. The other thing that we got what we originally went in there for were these little units here, and this is the Rescue Me MOB1, and it is an alarm really. It's a man overboard unit, and it will put a signal, an AIS plot on your chart plotter, and also send a signal to your DSC radio and alert not only your people on board, your crew, but also any vessels nearby that you're in the water and you need assistance. So yeah, basically if you're lost overboard, the quickest form of rescue is going to be your own vessel or some vessel nearby, and I love this system for that. So that's why we went with the AIS unit. Yeah, and that is fitted unbelievably in this little section inside the jacket, which is fantastic. And it's an automatic unit as well, and so it's got a very specifically fitted little mechanism in here that when the jacket auto inflates, this unit automatically, the area will ping up and start sending off a signal. So we're really happy with that. It's really rolly here right now. Anyway, that's boats. So yeah, one thing I did want to note about the whole life jacket and AIS fitting thing is that you can self-fit these things and you can self-test your life jackets, which is awesome, but just pay particular attention to how the life jacket came apart, how the bladder basically came out, because these, I don't know if you're all aware or not, but these bladders are fitted inside your jacket in a very particular way according to your manufacturing code, and they have to come out in that way that they're meant to be packed. Otherwise you risk them not actually inflating properly. Like one of these, if you've got a twist in it, then this part of the jacket might not actually inflate, so therefore you've only got half a jacket holding you up in stormy weather, which is not going to help you out a lot. So that's something to pay attention to. Really, you get I think you do get instructions with all your jackets, so really make sure that you do pack it in the right way. And the other thing, we got the guys at Whitsunday Ocean Services to show us how to fit this and to fit it for us first time round, because it is a very particular way. There's got a little lanyard that has to fit within the jacket in a very particular way, so that it's not too loose or it's not too tight, and that it will actually send, once the gas canister goes off and the jacket inflates, there's a little mechanism that actually pulls this little ripcord and then sets off the MOB. So it's quite a process, and I never knew that it was so specific. But yeah, really pay attention to that. They do actually have quite good instructions that come with a little manual that comes with it, but really make sure that you do fit that correctly, because that guys were saying that what they've seen is people will park these up, so basically they sit way up here, and then that means that the AIS aerial can't actually auto activate, and then it won't actually go off. We're not used to it all. And the other thing that I have seen people do, it's a good idea, but it's actually not a good idea, is they actually attach their AIS unit on a band around the outside of the jacket, which would stop the jacket actually from ripping apart and inflating in the first place, which is not going to help anybody. So yeah, just those things to pay attention to that I really wanted to make clear. So yeah, I just wanted to say about the Rescue Me MOB1. It's an automatic unit, so as soon as it gets the tension on it and hits the water with the life jacket, its aerial automatically pops up and starts sending a signal. And the reason we went for the automatic one is because in the case of the manual, and you've got fingers that are cold and not really working properly, and you're bustling around in oceans and you've got your big jacket inflated, you've then got to try and find your aerial for a manual unit. And yeah, look, there's enough going on. I'd rather just hit the water and know that it all occurs automatically, so that's why we went with the automatic module. So yeah, that's about it for the PFDs. Loving this one, it's really good to wear. So yeah, that's what we've got. Okay. Okay, so as Darren and I are preparing to go back out offshore again, I have been going through the safety items that we have on board, just checking to see what's what and then what we have on board, and if we have enough of everything or if anything needs replacing. So this is our grab bag, and it is a 55-litre waterproof backpack, and it lives underneath our companionway stairs when we are on passage. So easy place to access and grab it in the case that we need to abandon ship and hop into our life raft. So this bag is actually just an ancillary bag to our life raft. Our life raft is actually packed with all the essential items that are required for survival. So this is survival stakes, not like packing for a holiday kind of number. Yeah, so if we don't manage to grab this backpack before we abandon ship, or we lose it as we're sort of doing the whole hopping into life raft thing and sort of in stormy weather, we've still got enough survival gear in the life raft if we do lose this backpack. So I'll just show you what's inside. Okay, so it's got a roll top, which is how they keep the water out. Nicely sealed. Rightio, first and foremost are a bunch of flares. So there's parachute, rocket flares, and smoke flares, handheld flares, a variety of them, and they're all in date. We ensure that we check this regularly, and they are the first items that we can grab out of the grab bag, so we can signal somebody and say, hey, we're over here, come and help. So the other two things that we've got as far as the flares go, and I think these are super cool, at Comet brand, and these are smoke canisters. and they will let off orange smoke up into the sky for 3 minutes. So that is actually a long time, and a lot of orange smoke up in the sky signaling to people that you need assistance. So yeah, I think they're pretty cool to have actually. Rightio. On the signaling side of things, this is what they call a PLB, personal locator beacon. It's a GPS unit, and the little aerial pings up and lets the authorities know that you are in distress and need help. And we also have another EPIRB just sitting in here on the inside of the companionway stairs that we can grab and take with us too as we jump in the life raft. So yeah. Alrighty-o, so we've also got our boat documents and our personal identifying documents here, just in case we land in a foreign country on somebody else's ship and we need to prove to people who we are. So that is that. Rightio, we've got a torch here, and we were just discussing this the other night. It's a waterproof torch, which is cool, but it's pretty... anyway, what we're going to do is we've got head torches that are also waterproof, and they let out 700 lumens of light. So and also they're on your head, so it gives your hands free light, and we have got some on order. We're just waiting for them to come in. Okay. So this is an orange blanket, and you basically lay it out. Say you make an island, for example, and lay it out on the beach, and it's bright orange, and it's the common colour for come and help and rescue us. It's also got a signalling mirror in it that you can use to bug people in the eye and let them know that you are around. Good piece of kit to have. These are also a good piece of kit to have. These are waterproof matches. So we have got a few of those wrapped up in a little waterproof bag. Radio. So sunscreen, in case we're out for a long period of time or we make an island, protect the skin, a couple of pairs of sunnies, a couple of old hats, and a couple of old work shirts just to protect us from the elements. Rightio, this one is a good one. This is a solar still, and it converts seawater into fresh water for drinking. So yeah, we have definitely going to keep this in the grab bag. A really handy piece of kit. We actually have got a canister of water that's strapped to the back of the boat. The intention there is that we can grab it and get that into the life raft as well, but say something happens, you know, we drop it overboard and it's separate, it floats off that way and we float off that way. We might have lost it, or you know, maybe it's too rough and we can't actually get it to the life raft. So we've got the solar still as a complete backup to make some water with. And this little guy, I actually really like this. This is a drogue, and basically you throw them out. This is the line to attach it to the life raft, and you throw this out, and in really foul weather when you're scooting down big green waves, it'll actually slow you down and hopefully stop the life raft from tumbling over, because there are quite a few incidences of life rafts just sort of tumbling and being overtaken by the waves. So the theory here is that the drogue will actually stop that from happening. And also it could be a fish attracting device or a fish catching device, which could be pretty handy. I read a story called The Last Voyage of the Lucette, which is my all-time favourite story of a family who survived, I think it might have been 60 something days at sea, and yeah, they were surviving on turtle blood. So yeah, really good story to read. Yeah, so that is what we have currently inside our grab bag, and we are just going to add some protein bars because I snaffled them when I was hungry one day. So yeah, we're just going to add a few more protein bars to the mix before we take off again. So that's pretty much what we have in our grab bag, and as I said, it is a survival kit, so it has just survival items. Yeah, rightio, hope that was helpful for you. This episode was filmed at the beautiful Whitehaven Beach in the Whitsundays. We hope you love the view. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us the big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and comment below. We love to hear from you. So thanks again, and wishing you a great week.